Hi, Robert. How are you
Hello.
today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I like how your shirt matches your hair
Yeah. Thank you.
today. That's really fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you have a good Easter?
Yeah, I just stayed home.
Yeah, just a more mellow holiday.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need those, I think.
My downstairs neighbors were having a big party.
Oh, did
It was
they
a little
invite
rowdy.
you?
No, it did not.
You could have just crashed, right?
Yeah, they probably wouldn't have
You
even
were like, I'd
noticed.
rather just stay home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a big weekend for my brother's wedding the weekend before, so I was like, I think a more mellow Easter is the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind
Did
of
you put,
funny, I guess. Normally, families get together for the holiday, but everybody like flew in for the wedding and then flew home. So,
all
so we
right.
had all our family togetherness early.
Oh, well.
So.
Okay. That works
All
too.
righty. So, what have you been working on in the past couple of weeks since I saw you last?
Working on getting my reels put together and also in the process making videos of them and uploading them to my platforms. Once I have them all recorded, I'm going to put them all together in my updated 2026 character, commercial, and narration reels.
Awesome.
And yes, I'm going to continue working on that. I think at some point in the near future, I'm going to switch audition sites because I've been using Voice 1 2 3 and I've just had no luck at all on
Oh
that platform. So
man.
I'm going to try
Yeah.
one of the other ones.
I know some
I
people
know
who
you,
love it, and then like one man I know, he said he got so much work off of it, he actually like quit all his other sites, and that's the only one he uses now. But then I also know people who haven't had much luck. So, I feel like, different people will find better luck at different sites. So, yeah, maybe that is not for you. Maybe that's not the one.
yeah. But I know you gave me a list and I have it written down in one of my files. So I'll look into one of those other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, maybe try one of the others. I also know it takes a little bit of time um to get a presence on there because people will leave you ratings and things after they work with you. So it does
Yeah.
take a little bit to get some traction, but yeah, I feel like certain ones you'll definitely be like, oh, this one I do better with than this one.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like I personally didn't love working through Fiverr, so I didn't really do that for very long. Um, but I know a lady who that's all she does is she just works through Fiverr, you know, loves it.
Yeah.
So you'll find where you belong.
Yeah, totally. Um, but I'd like to share with you the last two videos that I uploaded to YouTube. I'll put that in the chat.
Great. Did you do the free tier on Voice 1 2 3, or did you try any of the paid tiers?
I was on a paid tier.
Yeah, that's even more disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're like, I paid to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, I might just switch to the free tier and then just do stuff when they send it to you. But then,
Yeah.
otherwise just kind of leave it for now.
Yeah.
Cute. All the video turned out great. Yeah, I know we worked on this one together. Um,
Mhm.
so I think that the video you made, um, it lines up really well with it, and I like all the changes and the rabbit and everything. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we had worked on this one together. So how did you feel about how it all came together with the recording and the editing and putting the video together? How do you feel about it all together at the end?
I think it came together really well. And I found a good background track to go along with it. And
Yeah.
I found a lot of really good images to line up with it.
Hmm.
I didn't include an image of a dirty diaper. I thought that would be gross.
Ah, you were like, maybe not. Yeah, I get it. You were like, this seems like maybe not the best.
Yeah. You don't want to gross out your viewers.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I know like some people thrive with the cringe, but
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so yeah, so what was maybe your favorite thing about it? I really love the really sharp shifts where it goes from, this focus to boom to the other focus. Those are working really nicely.
Yeah. I like the bark and the dog-like sounds and just kind of like the dog-like mannerisms of losing your attention span really easily,
Yeah.
like cutting himself off mid-sentence.
Is there anything I'm curious that you would, if like you went back in time or anything that you're like, reflecting back that you would adjust about it? Or did you end up being really happy with how it turned out?
I was really happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, I was too. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I can just imagine, if somebody had like a cartoon dog that they synced up with it. So yeah, I think it turned out really beautifully. I'm really happy with the way that one turned out. So I'm gonna go ahead and listen to the other one as well.
Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, so this one definitely has a lot of contrast with a lot of the other character voices that you have done. So it's very, like robotic. It feels like there are certain pitches that the character can make, and then probably not others. Um, and I feel like, it doesn't have like the natural flow. Um, like where a person would have this really natural flow. Um, but the robot has this very like disconnected, like beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
like a, computery kind of a sound. Um, so what were some of the things that you really enjoyed about that?
Well, I remember the part where I said pay attention. And I remember when we recorded that, I was saying that I borrowed it from a Kate Bush song, but I couldn't remember the name of the song. But now I do remember it's Waking the Witch from the Dreaming album.
Ah, yeah, you recalled, you're like, oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, so um, what was maybe the thing that you feel like makes this one so much different than like the dog one, for instance? Like, how did you approach each of them?
I tried to go more monotone with this one. Not completely
Yeah,
like monotone, but like almost musical in a way.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely can hear that. Yeah.
it was definitely a bit more of a challenge than the dog one.
Hmm.
I've
Yeah,
never
because
done.
even though you have like the pitches that are like these particular beepy note pitches, it just stays like right in this little window with those pitches. Um, and you don't have like the inflection and you also don't have like the accents on certain words. It's very even throughout. So
Yeah,
each word kind of has the same value to it. None of them really stand out as more or less important. So that kind of adds to that more monotone flow. So yeah, a lot of really fun um, ideas and contrasts. And those are things that we usually would say like, hey, we don't want it to be monotone. We don't want it to have even value for each word, right?
yeah,
Um, but in this case, that's what really added to the character, what really gave us something really unique about it. It's what makes it really stand out, which is pretty
yeah,
cool. So in this case, we break some rules in order to get the thing that you know, the end result that really carries that story. So yeah, I think that's kind of fun because we have all these general rules that we try to follow, and then it's like, oh, not this time, right? So yeah, I
yeah.
thought that was pretty cool.
And I added some reverb in the Audacity to
Oh
give it a
yeah,
more
that's smart.
sound.
To give it a little more of that like spacecraft quality
Yeah,
kind of sound, because everything would be probably metal and reflective.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely get that. That's
yeah,
awesome. Very cool. Um, so yeah, a lot of really good choices there, and I think it's a great example of a time when breaking the usual rules works really well.
yes, definitely.
So yeah, awesome work there. Okay, so then um great. So then for today, did you have particular auditions you wanted to work on or certain character types that you wanted to work on, certain genres that you wanted to lean a little more into?
Yeah, there's a couple commercial scripts that I want to do on voice reels for my uh, commercial reel.
Okay.
I have those here. Oops, not there.
Right, because that's our primary focus right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thought I had it right
Oh,
here.
I do that sometimes. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I was all ready. So you kind of explored um, a good mm, a good set of contrasting script types that you want to have
Yes.
to craft your reels.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Yeah, it's always, I feel like it gets so much easier to make and build reels after your first couple. The first couple are a little bit like, oh, and then after that it's like, oh, okay, I know what I need here.
Yeah. Okay, I got one.
Great.
This is called Wild Tag,
Okay.
and it is medium radio TV genre info Characteristics: helpful, serious, wise. Suggested tones are authoritative and conversational. And it's
Mm.
about a GPS locator tag for people who are out uh, uh, mountaineering.
Haha. Okay, cool. Well, that's different than
So
what we
I'll give
worked
it,
on last time.
yeah. Um, so I'll do it a read through just like regular and then figure out what kind of voice I want to do with it after reading
Yeah.
through.
Okay.
Whether you're camping, whether you're hiking, camping, or long distance trekking, wildlife and weather conditions are always unpredictable. So before you venture off into the wilderness on your own, take the time to register with Wild Tag. Our services include satellite GPS location, medical emergency assistance, and a search and rescue feature should you need it. Don't become another somber statistic. Be prepared with Wild Tag.
Okay. All right. So tell me, who is our target audience? Um, Tell me what is our brand and the thing that that brand has that we're selling. Tell me, what do you feel like is the general mood or feeling of it? So first off, who's our target audience?
Target audience is people who are into hiking, camping, and long distance trekking.
Yes, good. And who do you think they would listen to?
They would listen to people who are also experienced in that field, not someone who's never hiked a day in their life.
Yeah. Okay, good. So maybe like an outdoor expert, maybe like a ranger, like a park ranger or someone
Yeah.
who is like a guide, like a wilderness guide kind of a thing. Um,
Yeah.
so thinking of the kind of person that they would trust, right? And then
Yes.
what is the company and what is it that you're selling?
The company is Wild Tag, and it's a satellite GPS location medical emergency assistant.
Okay, great. So when we are doing the script, we want to be sure that people leave with not just the impression, but also with what it is and what the brand is so that they can find it later. So we want to be sure to always really bring those out. Um, and then tell me, um, like overall, do you have an idea in your mind of a person that you feel like if you were the casting director, would be like, this is my ideal person to cast for this? Um, or like the sound that we're going for to build that trust.
I think I would be the perfect person for that, having been a park ranger for 13 years and studied mountaineering extensively. So
Mhm.
I think I could just kind of like go with kind of my own voice in here and kind of, but just like add a bit of drama to it.
Okay, great. And then I would also say keep in mind that when it's more of a commercial type thing, we just as a general rule are going to go a little bit faster, um, and also a little bit more high energy.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do it now. Whether you're hiking, camping, or long distance trekking, wildlife and weather conditions are always unpredictable. So, before you venture off into the wilderness on your own, take time to register with WildTag. Our services include satellite GPS location, medical emergency assistance, and a search and rescue feature should you need it. Don't become another somber statistic. Be prepared with WildTag.
Okay, great. So I feel like this had a little bit more of that commercial feel to it. So what
Okay.
changed about it this take than the other take?
I was keeping in mind like what it would sound like if this was a commercial on TV or on YouTube during a ad break. And I was also picturing like what kind of background music I would have in it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, like what music, what sounds. Even though it's outdoorsy, I still think since it's a commercial, we pretty much always have music in the background when it's a
Yeah.
commercial.
Hmm.
That's just kind of a rule of thumb. They might have some like nature sounds like birds chirping and like wind through the trees or like a river sound or something as well mixed in, but definitely it'd be pretty typical um music with it if it's a commercial. That's very normal and typical. So yeah, that kind of got you to that kind of energy, thinking of what kind of music would be there.
Yeah.
Great. So if you were gonna, thinking about these things like a little higher energy, a little faster pace, um, we want it to feel like you're someone we trust and would listen to, you're an expert in this. Um, but it's a commercial, so it is a teensy bit salesy, even when we try to make it a little more conversational. I feel like this one's a little more just like factual, like here's the information, here's what you need to know. Um, so what are maybe some key words that you want to really lean into and bring out?
Unpredictable. Um, Somber statistic is definitely one. That's kind of a loaded statement right there. You don't really need to explain what that means. Take time to register with Wild Tag. Well, the product name is another big one.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, good. So, good. Let's try one more time where you really bring out those key words that you think are most important.
Okay. Whether you're hiking, camping, or long distance trekking, wildlife and weather conditions are always unpredictable. So, before you venture off into the wilderness on your own, take time to register with WildTag. Our services include satellite GPS location, medical emergency assistance, and a search and rescue feature should you need it. Don't become another somber statistic. Be prepared with WildTag.
Okay. All right. So, how do you feel about that?
I feel like that one was better.
Good. Awesome. So why was it better to you?
I focused on those keywords more, and I thought about a lot of my own experiences in mountaineering and wilderness type of things, and kind of like brought my own real world experience into the
Hmm.
commercial.
Yeah. So then, so then what do you think? Do you have any kind of guidance from like a listing or from the script, like any director's notes from it, or was this one that you just kind of had to make your own choices about?
Yeah, so the characteristics are helpful, serious, and wise, and the suggested tone is authoritative and conversational.
Okay. All right. So then, um, do you feel like you did everything that they suggested?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Perfect. That's what we need there, right?
Yeah.
So, um, we feel like we hit all those points, did everything that they asked for. Um, so so then we're where we need to be, right? Which is good.
Yeah, I think I want to do one more time. I think I said statistic weird.
Ah, yeah.
I think I said statisticked, and that's not a word.
So we gotta do it again if we have a little flub up like that, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do it again.
Great.
Whether you're hiking, camping, or long distance trekking, wildlife and weather conditions are always unpredictable. So, before you venture off into the wilderness on your own, take time to register with WildTag. Our services include GPS location, medical emergency assistance, and a search and rescue feature should you need it. Don't become another somber statistic. Be prepared with WildTag.
Okay, good. Do you like that better?
I do like that better.
Excellent. Love it. Alrighty, perfect. And you got that recorded, yeah?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, great. And then did you have another script you wanted to look at?
Yeah, let me see. I had one, but I realized I don't really like it, so I'm gonna find another one real quick.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah. Okay. I think I have one. I'm just gonna look something real quick. Oh no, I want this one. This one is for a cat food, a fancy cat food.
Okay, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, and I have three very royal cats. They believe that they are royalty, so and they are, of course. So I'll the
They rule the roost.
yes. So let's see. Characteristics are elegant, posh, refined, rich, and snobby. Suggested tones are eloquent, enticing, and unorthodox. And the related image shows a cat wearing a looks like a diamond-studded necklace and a fancy chair. So I'll do this, give this a quick read through in my regular voice and then pick a
Yeah,
tone.
sounds
Okay.
great.
Ah, yes. Is that the dinner bell I hear again? Well, it's about time. What's on today's menu then? The grilled filet with truffle gravy, or perhaps the seafood gumbo seasoned to perfection? It may sound indulgent to you, but after a hard day's napping, sunbathing, and ahem, bird watching, I think I deserve a little finery. That's why I trained my owner to serve only feline cuisine, because the best deserves the best.
Okay. All right. So now we've got a little bit more of an idea here of what we want to do with it. So let's go ahead and try this again with a little bit more of the energy that you think we need, and the voice and everything for it for the script.
Okay. Ah, yes. Is that the dinner bell I hear? Well, it's about time. What's on today's menu then? The grilled filet with truffle gravy? Or perhaps the seafood gumbo seasoned to perfection? It may sound indulgent to you, but after a hard day's napping, sunbathing, and bird watching, I think I deserve a little finery. That's why I trained my owner to serve only feline cuisine, because the best deserves the best.
Nice. Okay. All right. So tell me about your reflections on that.
So I did this from the perspective if it was one of my cats at dinner time. Um, Dinner time is exactly at 6 p.m. every evening, and if you're a minute late, they will make it known that you're late. And the entire time that I'm opening the can of food for them, they will be meowing at me and uh, headbutting my leg and hip checking me and or like reaching up and trying to get the food because I'm taking too long.
Right.
So I definitely keep that in mind when I'm reading this. And this is one of them talking about dinner time.
Right. Yeah. So then, So this is one of the cats. So it's interesting because you're doing a commercial, but you also are a character at the same time,
Yeah.
right? So how does that change things a little bit?
So the target audience is the pet owner,
Yes.
and the person narrating the script is the pet.
hmm Yep. So, so it's the pet themselves talking to other pet owners and being like, "Hey, listen up. This is important, and here's what you need to do for your pet," right? So
Yeah.
it's this combination of, what you would do with a commercial and what you would do with a character. Which do you think is more important if you thought one was more important?
Sorry, what was the question again? I kind of spaced out for a second.
Do you think the character that you're creating is more important, or do you think that the commercial aspect is more important, or do you think that both are equally important? What do you think?
I think the character is more important because it's the character that's going to sell the product. People are going to
Yeah,
see this and be like, "Oh my God, that's just like my cat."
right.
It's
Uh-huh.
relatable.
Yeah, right. That they relate to it. Yeah. So we're going to focus primarily on creating this character voice. Because, like you said, that's what's really going to draw people in and make them feel like they relate to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and we're going to try that again.
Okay. Ah, yes. Is that the dinner bell I hear? Well, it's about time. What's on today's menu then? The grilled filet with truffle gravy? Or perhaps the seafood gumbo seasoned to perfection? It may sound indulgent to you, but after a hard day's napping, sunbathing, and bird watching, I think I deserve a little finery. That's why I trained my owner to serve only feline cuisine, because the best deserves the best.
Mhm. Yes. Good. All right. Awesome. So, what did we like most about that?
Like the kind of the air of royalty.
Mhm. Yeah. So then, the air of royalty. I love that. Um, so tell me, if you were going to, maybe exaggerate the character voice even more, what would you do?
Mhm. Definitely lean into the characteristics that are described in the list. Elegant, posh, refined, rich, and snobby. Just really like kind of lean
Mm,
into those more and kind of like every word kind of more flowy.
yeah. Love it. Perfect. So yeah, I think I kind of like it being a little more dramatic of a character. So
Yeah.
I would lean even more into that, really dramatize the character.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Sorry, drink some water.
Okay.
Ah, yes, is that the dinner bell I hear? Well, it's about time. What's on today's menu then? The grilled filet with truffle gravy? Or perhaps the seafood gumbo seasoned to perfection? It may sound indulgent to you, but after a hard day's napping, sunbathing, and bird watching, I think I deserve a little finery. That's why I trained my owner to serve only feline cuisine, because the best deserves the best.
Nice. Good. Okay. So, how is that a little bit different than the character voice you created prior?
I think leaning into the characteristics a bit more.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I thought that was really fun. And it's adults can enjoy, creativity and characterization and such too. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I love that. Beautiful. So then, um, tell me, um, tell me, what do you feel like are if you look through each phrase, what are the main words again that you want to bring out for each phrase?
Let's see, dinner bell, it's about time. Uh, the descriptions of the food, indulgent, bird watching, finery.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So let's go through it again
Okay.
and really lean into those words for me and really bring out the meaning of the word.
Okay. Oh, yes, is that the dinner bell I hear? Well, it's about time. What's on today's menu then? The grilled filet with truffle gravy? Or perhaps the seafood gumbo seasoned to perfection? It may sound indulgent to you, but after a hard day's napping, sunbathing, and bird watching, I think I deserve a little finery. That's why I trained my owner to serve only feline cuisine, because the best deserves the best.
Nice. Yeah, I really really like how you really brought out the I trained my owner.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Um, Great. I love it. So anything that you feel like you would adjust about it at this point?
I think maybe I need to lean into the first sentence a little more. I feel like,
A little bit more of
I,
like an oomph, like really grab their attention right from the beginning.
yeah, I feel like the first sentence on all three of the recordings has been the least dramatic of the
Yeah.
script. And I feel like I need to kind of just like hit the ground running with the over the topness.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do that again.
Okay. Ah, yes, is that the dinner bell I hear? Well, it's about time. What's on today's menu then? The grilled filet with truffle gravy? Or perhaps the seafood gumbo seasoned to perfection? It may sound indulgent to you, but after a hard day's napping, sunbathing, and bird watching, I think I deserve a little finery. That's why I trained my owner to serve only feline cuisine, because the best deserves the best.
Nice. Good. All right. So how'd you like that?
I think I like that one the best.
Yeah, I like it too.
Okay.
That was great.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So then at this point, anything you want to adjust, or are you happy with it?
I think I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I was too. I think it sounds great. So let's go ahead and we'll keep that. Did you want to maybe look at one more?
Sure.
And thinking about some good contrast too, right? We've got
Yeah.
more of like a fun, charactery one, right? So thinking about like with the two we already have, thinking about contrast that we can add.
Okay, I think I got one. This one's called Inner Peace. The
Okay,
characteristics are captivating, caring, and serene.
nice. Well, it
And the
definitely sounds
suggested
like it'll
tones
be a good
are,
contrast.
yeah, eloquent and nurturing. Okay, here's the script. Stop, listen, feel the turn and rhythm of the universe as it moves around you. We are all one in the eyes of eternity, and reaching our nirvana should be more than a mere afterthought. I know you agree. You don't need to climb to the peak of a mountain or travel to an ancient temple to find your center. Hone your soul and join us at one of our sacred sites of spirituality any weekday to connect and find the inner peace you have been missing without knowing.
Okay, all right. So, kind of thinking of what you normally would expect and anticipate hearing, what do you think you want to do with this script?
Something very calm and motivational, like
Yeah.
very gentle.
Hmm. Definitely, yeah, calm. I think for this one, just because of what the genre is and whatnot, we definitely are going to go a little bit slower
Right.
than, some of the other commercials.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do a voice with this one now.
Great.
Stop. Listen. Feel the turn and rhythm of the universe as it moves around you. We are all one in the eyes of eternity, and reaching our nirvana should be more than a mere afterthought. I know you agree. You don't need to climb to the peak of a mountain or travel to an ancient temple to find your center. Hone your soul and join us at one of our sacred sites of spirituality any weekday to connect and find the inner peace you have been missing without knowing.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, tell me what is our target audience? What are kind of like the things they would be looking for? What would really grab their attention and make them trust you and listen to you here?
I think people who are probably really have busy lives or working long hours and need a
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, and why do you think they'd be looking for this service?
Because they want something new, something different than the hustle and bustle of living life day to day, hustling and grinding.
Yeah, right. So then, so thinking about um, what those people would need and are looking for, who do you think would be a person that you can think of that they would listen to?
Like David Attenborough, um, Alan Watts.
Hmm. Yeah, so let's try it again, kind of channeling those personalities.
Okay. Stop. Listen. Feel the turn and rhythm of the universe as it moves around you. We are all one in the eyes of eternity, and reaching our nirvana should be more than a mere afterthought. I know you agree. You don't need to climb to the peak of a mountain or travel to an ancient temple to find your center. Sites of spirituality any weekday to connect and find the inner peace you have been missing without knowing.
All right. Good. Um, so then, uh, So what changed this time for you?
I leaned into more of those influences, those two people, and kind of relaxed a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It had a more relaxed, settled, calm kind of feeling. Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. Good. All right. So then, tell me, what were maybe some things that you feel like you could do differently? Like if you tried it again, what are some things that are really gonna um, impart the feeling that we want them to have, that are going to give them that key information and also help build that trust?
I think lean into more of the calming, kind of flowy rhythm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right, I'll do this again. Stop. Listen. Feel the turn and rhythm of the universe as it moves around you. We are all one in the eyes of eternity, and reaching our nirvana should be more than a mere afterthought. I know you agree. You don't need to climb to the peak of a mountain or travel to an ancient temple to find your soul. You don't need to climb to the peak of a mountain or travel to an ancient temple to find your center. Hone your soul and join us at one of our sacred sites of spirituality any weekday to connect and find the inner peace you have been missing without knowing.
Nice. Good. How'd you like that?
I like that one.
Excellent. Great. So then, tell me, hmm, tell me, what do you think you would, if you were going to adjust this, what would be anything else that you would change about it?
Um, I think maybe try to get more of the flowy sound in the very beginning.
Hmm. Yeah, I think so. I was also thinking for this, there could be a little bit of adding like a challenging the person kind of a feeling to it as well.
Yeah,
Like a coach kind of a thing.
yeah,
So that was
okay,
just another thought I had just to kind of layer that in.
yeah, okay. All right, I'll do this again. Stop, listen, feel the turn and rhythm of the universe as it moves around you. We are all one in the eyes of eternity, and reaching our nirvana should be more than a mere afterthought. I know you agree. You don't need to climb to the peak of a mountain or travel to an ancient temple to find your center. Hone your soul and join us at one of our sacred sites of spirituality any weekday to connect and find the inner peace you have been missing without knowing.
Great. Awesome. So what do you think there?
I like that one. I think that's a keeper.
Great. Fantastic. Okay, good. Yeah, it just I thought that little hint of like being a coach and bringing a challenge to them as well. Like, hey, this is good for you and you need to do it? I really
Yeah.
like that. Awesome. Okay, so I think we've got some really good contrasting scripts for your new reel. So
Hmm.
I'm really excited to hear how that all comes together. So
Yeah.
excellent work today. Go ahead and do the editing and such. I'm excited to hear when you're done polishing it all, how that comes
Okay.
together. Keep working on the reels, and I look forward to hearing where everything's at when I see you in a couple
Okay.
weeks.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, beautiful work today, Robert. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thanks. You too.
All right, I will chat with you soon. I'm sure it'll fly by.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye
Bye.
bye.